Welcome to History's Hidden Weird. I'm your host, Quinn Strange. Today, we dive into the strange reign of America's one and only emperor. In 1859, a broke and eccentric San Francisco resident named Joshua Norton declared himself Emperor of the United States, and the city embraced him like royalty. With no official power but boundless charm, Emperor Norton issued whimsical proclamations, demanded the construction of a bridge decades before it existed, and became a beloved local legend. Imagine waking up one morning, looking out your window, and deciding, without any political mandate or popular vote, that you are the Emperor of the United States. No one elected you. No government acknowledged you. Yet, in the bustling city of San Francisco, people not only humored you, they loved you. This is the story of Joshua Abraham Norton, a man who declared himself Emperor Norton I in 1859 and reigned, not with an army or palace, but with eccentric proclamations, a loyal following, and a legacy that outlived his death by more than a century. Joshua Norton was born in England around 1818. He immigrated to San Francisco in the early 1850s, a time when the city was exploding with gold rush wealth and wild ambition. Norton wasn't born rich, but he was ambitious. He started as a businessman, trading rice and other goods. For a while, he did quite well. He even invested in real estate. But, like many fortunes made during the gold rush, his wealth vanished almost overnight. Some say he lost it all on a bad rice deal. Others say poor business decisions. Whatever the cause, by the late 1850s, Norton was broke. But instead of despairing, he did something unusual. In September 1859, Norton sent a letter to a San Francisco newspaper proclaiming himself Norton I, Emperor of the United States. He declared that the existing government was incompetent and that he would take over the mantle of leadership. Nobody laughed him off. Instead, they played along. San Francisco was a place where eccentricity thrived, and Emperor Norton quickly became a local celebrity. Norton dressed the part. He wore a splendid military-style uniform complete with epaulets, a plumed hat, and a bejeweled badge emblazoned with the imperial seal. He issued proclamations, over 60 of them, declaring everything from the dissolution of Congress to the construction of a bridge connecting San Francisco and Oakland. Most famously, he called for a bridge and tunnel across the San Francisco Bay, decades before the Golden Gate Bridge or Bay Bridge were built. Local newspapers published his decrees as a mix of satire and admiration. He ordered the arrest of corrupt politicians. He banned certain foods in the city, mostly to amuse himself and the public. And rather than being shunned, Norton was treated like royalty. Restaurants gave him free meals. Streetcar conductors honored his imperial status by giving him free rides. Citizens stopped to salute him in the streets. Who was Joshua Norton really? He was known as a quiet man, fond of poetry and philosophy. He read widely and spent hours walking the city streets, often muttering his proclamations aloud. He lived modestly in cheap hotels. No one really knew if he believed his own imperial claims, or if it was an elaborate joke. Some say it was a coping mechanism, a way to give meaning to a life that had lost everything. Others believe he genuinely saw himself as a sovereign who cared deeply about justice and the common good. San Francisco embraced Emperor Norton with open arms. He was a fixture in the city's nightlife and culture, attending opera performances, giving impromptu speeches, and entertaining locals and visitors alike. His presence added a unique charm to a city already famous for its diversity and eccentricity. Some residents even claimed Norton had a calming effect, his whimsical proclamations reminding people to not take life too seriously. He became a symbol of inclusion and acceptance in a rapidly changing city. Emperor Norton's reign lasted over 20 years, until his death in 1880. When he passed away, San Francisco mourned deeply. Over 10,000 people reportedly attended his funeral, a massive procession through the city streets. The newspapers eulogized him as a beloved and singular figure, equal parts joke and folk hero. Though Norton never had official power, his legacy endures. San Francisco honors him with plaques and statues. His calls for a Bay Bridge foreshadowed real engineering marvels. And in the way the city embraced an eccentric outsider, Norton became a symbol of San Francisco's open spirit. He reminds us that sometimes, the weirdest people can become the most beloved, and that sometimes, imagining yourself as an emperor can give you a kind of power no government can grant. The Emperor of the United States never ruled a country, but he ruled hearts. Joshua Norton showed us that history isn't just about kings and presidents. It's about the dreamers, the eccentrics, and the ones who dare to be different. This has been History's Hidden Weird. I'm Quinn Strange. Thanks for listening. Stay curious. Stay kind. Stay wonderfully weird.